One of the things I always hear, my clients say, or even, over here at the bathroom, it's like, oh my God, I was so bad this weekend. And it always makes me cray cray, makes me so crazy, because why do we put this label on foods, right? You start working with a client, they want the good food, bad food list. They want to know how many treat meals a week they can get. And I was like, let's just break that mentality. Let's just take that mentality and throw it out the damn window. What I really want you to be able to say is that, I don't live a life of restriction, right? Because when we live a life of restriction, we're always trying to freaking break out of that cell. We're trying to find a way to always, find a shortcut, find a way to break free. And one of the things I always tell my clients is that, if you say no food is off limits and that food has no control over me, then you put the power of control in your hands. And I know that for so many of us, we have lived in this, we think health and fitness is a light switch, right? On it or either on it or off, on it or off, on it or off. But it's more like a dimmer switch, right? It's more like gradual. It's like, I have to look at my goals. Where am I? If the top is my goals and the bottom is not my goals, if I'm not at my goals, my light switch is down, and I'm really working to clean up my diet, get in my exercise and all of that, so that I start to slowly ratchet it up towards my goals. Versus, constantly turning on and off the light. I don't know if you've ever had someone do that to you and they constantly turn on and off the light. Is that annoying as fuck? Yeah. That's what your body's like when you are constantly yo-yo. Your body's like, that's annoying as fuck, and I'm not gonna give you what you want. Bottom line. So how do we get out of that cycle? The biggest thing I can tell anyone, if I go into a weekend, holiday weekend, or just I live in New England, so summer is our jam, right? So a lot of people have summer homes. They'll be going, to the Cape or to a lake, to the beach for the weekend. So I say, before you go away for a fun weekend, make a plan. How many drinks are you gonna have a day? What are the fun foods, right? Here in New England, we have, seafood's our thing, right? So that, are you gonna have fried clams? Are you gonna have ice cream? There's plenty of places that are small seasonal ice cream places that make amazing ice cream, but they're only open for 3 months out of the year. Are you gonna have ice cream? What is the plan? What are some of the things, foods and drinks you're looking forward to, and make a plan for that? The other thing I say to people is always work out on Saturday morning. Saturday morning, have a plan to work out, because on Friday night, you don't want to blow yourself off, right? You don't want to blow yourself off. So you're like, I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. So Friday night can't be crazy, because I don't want, who likes to work out hungover? If you do, you're one of the random few that like to work out hungover. And then once I work out on Saturday morning, I'm like, God, I feel so good. Having beer and nachos doesn't seem so appealing to me on Saturday night, because I felt, I still got the endorphins going. So I'm going to make smarter choices on Saturday night. Or maybe I don't make smarter choices and I say to myself, you know what? Saturday night is the night that I said, I'm hanging out with friends. We're going to the whatever place, and they have amazing beer and they have amazing nachos, and I'm going for it. Great. You made a plan. And then I want you to say, that's what I'm having. Versus beer and nachos, then it turns into wings, then it turns into pizza, then, it doesn't turn into the snowball. It's like, you have this one thing, you're looking forward to it, you have it, you savor it, and you go on. Now, if it does snowball on you, I don't want you to turn around and be like, I suck. It's supposed to be that way. That's just how I am. See, I'm not supposed to be able to experiment with food. I'm not good at it. No, it was one experiment, right? So it's like, if you've ever tried anything for the first time, seeing a baby walk, does a baby get up and he's strolling across the room? No, a baby gets up and it's and then maybe falls down. Maybe does it 20 times before it can finally take a half step and not fall down. Maybe it takes 2 steps and not fall down. That's where I want you to be. This is messy. This is an experiment. This is you testing your limit of food. You saying to yourself, you know what? Food has no control over me. And in order for food to not have control over you, I have to break up with that up here. And so that means I have to create mini experiments. So if you go off the deep end, you got to say, okay, how did I go off the deep end? I told myself I was going to do that. What got derailed? Was it a friend was it a friend who was like, oh, come on, and you succumbed to peer pressure? Was it, the bartender? We have a place here that we love to go, and we're really good friends with the bartender. And a lot of times, like, all right, yeah, we gotta go, like, last drink. And like, no, it's not the last drink. You need one more, right? We all have those people in our lives. So you have to find out, was it that? What was it? And just kind of do, like I call a CSI, there's a dead body on the floor, and you got to say, okay, there's the knife, there's the knife, there's the body, what happened? And do it with, not from an eye of judgment. Do it from, I want to get better at this. I want to improve. I'm sick of, the ups and downs. I'm sick of turning on and off the light switch. I finally want to be on cruise control. And if you want to be on cruise control, you gotta look at the wreckage, right? I gotta look at the wreckage and say, okay, this is what happened last night. So then you can say, you know what? When I have more than 2 beers, I lose all touch with reality. And it's like, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? Or maybe it's like, when I go to this place, I just can't resist anything on the menu. So maybe for a while you avoid going to that place. I'm not saying you're never gonna go there, but maybe you're like, I just can't. Everything, I want everything on the menu, right? So it's like finding out what are those little experiments that you can do. And if you want to have further conversation about how do you conduct these experiments and brainstorm, do me a favor, shoot me a DM. Let's start a conversation and see how this goes. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.